Greetings, greetings, greetings. All right, I'm back. We are doing the all signs by the elements, um, messages from the angels, ancestors, galactic allies, and the ascended masters. I feel like I didn't put that in the title. Oh well. All right, so real quick, this is how this reading is going to go. We are going to go by the elements and use these giant cards here. Let me move this a little bit. You're going to use these giant cards here to get a general energy of what is going on. And then we're going to let your counsel tap in and give you whatever information you need. Oh my gosh, Page of Swords, spies, paying attention to the minor details. Okay, so let's see. Paying attention to the minor details. What do we have for what month is this? April? May? All right, so let's see. What do we have for Taurus? Let's do earth signs first, starting with Taurus. Earth signs first. Let's see. Earth signs first. All right, so we got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is your problem overall. For the earth signs, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So this could be something regarding money, property, family estates, retirement funds. This could be something related to your legacy, your personal legacy for earth signs. I feel like you are trying to take an approach that is sustainable to whatever this problem is. I also feel like this could be related to banking systems, also just your earnings from something. So earnings from investments, things that you've invested in over time. I'm also hearing the word growth. So the growth of something also is the issue, or is the query that you're here with. So starting with Taurus. All right, you have the Strength card. So honestly, this tells me that you are having, in regards to your investments, your long-term goals and things like that, you're having to make sure that you have a sense of balance between push and rest. Okay, so there's work-life balance that I feel like you're working on here. I also feel like that the fortitude to continue on. I also feel like too, there's something about the way you're communicating now when it comes to money and when it comes to handling those types of affairs. I'm hearing the word flattery. So there's something about getting more with sweetness, with being gentle. You know, when you get on the phone with a bill collector and you all super nice because you want to make sure that when you tell them that you don't have the money to pay, that they're receptive and that they offer you and that they can offer you something. But if you're being mean to them the whole phone call, the likelihood of them trying to work with you is less. So there's something here about that when it comes to this. And so you could be adopting better tactics, better maneuvers, basically how to get what you want. That's what's here. How to get what you want. I also feel like too, when it comes to family, Taurus, you could be finding yourself having to hold back or be very reserved, strategic. Okay, when it comes to dealing with family and people who have a sense of, I guess, authority in your life. All right, so for Taurus, what do the guides, what do the angels have to say regarding this situation? What do the angels want to tell Taurus? New beginnings. So yeah, so if you can manage this, then you'll be easing yourself into a new lifestyle. Whatever this is, however you are attempting to easily or I guess gently nurture a situation, it's going to pay off. Your compassionate energy or your very intentional interaction with this situation is going to pay off. I do feel also too, if this is tied to family, then that means that there is something turning over. There is a new leaf turning over in your family because of the gentle energy that you have shown in this situation. Okay, so a 5 of Michael was under there. That's the 5 of Swords. That means there's some type of kind of like battles of the mind, even just kind of like a little bickering and arguing and things like that could be taking place about something. Could be documents as well, documents, misunderstandings or misprints on documents. I'm hearing forging too, so I'm not sure what that's about. But let's go see what the ancestors want to tell you about this situation, Taurus. Eight of Swords. A lot of the fears in your mind. I also feel like too that if you fear being trapped or tricked, then you can actually put that to ease. It's an internal beast, it's a personal beast, and they want you to master that so that you can ease into this new beginning. Let's see what the Ascended Masters want to tell you about this situation. Ascended Masters, what do you want to tell? Sharing. Okay, so yeah, there's something here too about specifically the mother figure, but in general it feels like there's a lot of grace being had. So the same grace that you have given, you are also going to be receiving. All right, so you may have been putting a lot of pressure on yourself in the way that you interact, especially if you were intentionally trying to heal a situation or bring some type of unity together, or bring some type of unity to a group. Then this is saying that the same grace you've shown, you will be given as well. Okay, so don't be so afraid to be yourself or to be less than perfect, because you've shown grace to the less than perfect, and now it's going to be returned to you. Now, when it comes to money and things like that, this is also talking about a new dynamic when it comes to the sharing of resources. Okay, the sharing of property, intellectual property, the sharing of ideas, and then collaboration. So there is something here about coming together to build a more fruitful future. Okay. I'm also hearing too that some certain leaders in the family may be more receptive to you and your ideas. They may become more attracted to your way of living or your perspective. Okay, and this is all based on the way that you've presented it. Okay, the way that you've exemplified it. 100 ultimate evolution. This is from your galactic guides or galactic allies, saying that in the future there is healing, there is evolution, not just for you, but for the entire collective of people that you are in. Okay, ultimate evolution also talks about something coming full circle, or of course being completed. All right, so with that 10 of Pentacles, that means that a return of investment or something is going to reach its highest peak for you. Okay, something is going to reach its highest peak for you. All right, now before we move on to the message from the universe, we want to see if there is any karmic energy that you want to be aware of. Sixth house is talking about your health. Okay, I also feel like this is talking about not just your health, but your not just your physical health, but your mental health. Okay, if there's any drugs, any things that you're using to bandage things in your life, so if there's any behaviors that you use to bandage uneasiness and things like that, all of that is going to be addressed or has been being addressed. That was the goal here. Then you have Gemini. Okay, so definitely this is definitely something that gives you flexibility. Like I said, that grace energy that we were talking about, flexibility and grace. Okay. All right, Taurus, that's it for you. Let's move on. Taurus, Virgo. All right, Virgo, you got the Magician. So already I feel like you're calling in elements, or you're looking at the elements and tools that you have, and you're trying to put together a plan. Okay, so now this is a card of being aware, being consciously aware of what is at your disposal, what can be done from this place that you're in right now. From what I have, what can I do with what I have right now? Okay, so I'm hearing that somebody could be building an offer. You could be putting an offer together for something. Okay, I'm hearing a partnership in some kind of business when it comes to herbs. Not selling weed, that's not what we're talking about, but it could be like a dispensary. Could be a dispensary. And I'm also hearing, how can I transmute, how can I change this thing that I'm currently doing into something more expansive or something more honorable. Okay, all right, so that would be totally, if you are a drug dealer, how can I stop selling drugs on the streets and open a dispensary? I say drugs, but you know what I'm saying, cannabis. If I'm selling, it's not drugs. Okay, so but if I sell cannabis, then I can legitimize that business by taking these steps to get my license and things like that. Okay, learn how to grow, or whatever form that you're going to be in, that seems like it's here. But it's talking about how to transmute or how to change something that you currently do, and maybe you enjoy it, and it's something that serves you well. You're figuring out how to turn that into something that is not as damaging to other people, or even that doesn't carry danger for you. All right. Let's see what the ancestors want you to know about this, though, Virgo. Also, I feel like, too, there's the energy of secret manipulation that you're aware of, that you've become aware of, and then you're telling yourself, what can I do with the information now that I've gathered? You have the moon here showing up, so that does tell me that there is something. You have become aware of something, and you're figuring out what to do with what you have now. Like, all of this stuff is here. Now, what do I do? I'm also hearing there's this meme that floats around and says, let's normalize changing your perspective when you're offered new information on a topic. So that's something that seems like it's happening here. So there's something like you're not turning a blind eye to this thing that you've just been illuminated to. All right. It's about something that seemed like it was a blessing, and then it became a burden. And then you started reflecting on it, and you're looking at it, and you're looking at it. And maybe the truth of how much of a burden it was is actually here for you now. Maybe that's the truth that you're now living in. And you're like, okay, so now what do I do from here? Let's see what the angels want you to think of, though. Ace of Aries or Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Wands, King of Gabriel. So this does say keep focused, because there's a new opportunity that is here for you. It says there's a new stable beginning. And if you're considering making an offer, then keep your thoughts positive. Keep your thoughts positive about this offer that you want to make, because it definitely leads to success. There's some experience that you had or currently are having that's really going to be the key to your success in the future. I feel that if you're trying to navigate something that's not very healthy for you right now, then how you navigate this, or how truthful you are with yourself in this situation, is really going to serve you well when this new opportunity comes. Okay. This definitely, it's a small offering. It's a small offering, like maybe someone you haven't spoken to in a long time, and then you send a message, and then they just give you their time to hear what you have to say. So there's something there about a gift, something that you need to be sure or be more certain about the future is going to be given to you here. All right, so let's see what the Galactic allies have for you regarding this energy. Creative communication. Yeah, remember I said you guys were trying to put together an offer or figure out how to move forward with something, how to communicate something. And this is very much present energy. So you're trying to communicate what's in your heart. You're trying to creatively communicate with what's in your heart. Okay. And so it's like you're trying to make sense of what's in your heart, is how I'm hearing it. But either way, there's creative communication. So you don't want to just send a text message or an email. It's like this person in this energy, you would write a song or a poem or put together some elaborate type of event or something like that in order to express how you feel. Now, I just saw this on the bottom, blind enthusiasm. So that's your fear. Your fear is that how you feel right now is not the shared feeling. Okay. You may feel as though what you want to do or the action that you want to take is not solid enough. You may feel as if, like it's wishful thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Like it's wishful thinking. But your guys are here talking about you just finding the creative way to express yourself. I also feel like this could be a defense mechanism. Like, okay, so just check with yourself and make sure that's not a defense mechanism. We're trying to be perfect or anything like that. That would further stall you. Okay. I'm also hearing too that if making light of a situation is a pattern for you, then you might need to go about this situation very directly. Okay. All right, so let's see what the universe has to add. And before we read what the universe has to add, we will look at any karmic energies or any other warnings that might be here for you. Taurus, okay. Okay. Virgo showed up in Taurus's reading too, but I didn't say it out loud just because it was tied to the 6th house. So you might also have something significant in the 6th house or a Virgo placement that's very significant for you. Yeah, so the Taurus energy is saying that there's a fixed perspective that's changing now. And Taurus is also very significant when it comes to money and resources. So also the throat chakra. So this is definitely something that you're trying to communicate, okay? There's a lot of unnecessary stubbornness here, kind of blocked up. And see, the Taurus energy is popping up because your earth element is the element that you're concerned about, Virgo. So a lot of earth, your physical body, a lot of like your realm, your personal realm. So it could be that you physically maybe tired, or maybe you don't look the same, or maybe there's something different with you that's causing concern for you. Could also just be that you were stubborn and kept making the same mistake over and over, and now you have the opportunity to move out of that energy. But it comes with communicating something, okay? The universe. I feel like I didn't do a universe card for the other people, but whatever. Okay, so the universe is telling you, Virgo, what do rich folk daydream and visualize about? The answer is, yeah, whatever they want. And what do poor folk daydream and visualize about? Yeah, whatever they want. You're coming along so quickly, the universe. So this is really speaking to, remember we talked about using what you have. What can I do with what I have? Okay. So there's definitely a polarity that you're meant to explore. Okay. Because the question is, what do we dream about? The same thing. Rich people dream and visualize the same thing as poor people, what they want. So if they're envisioning all this failure or rejection or anything like that, that's what they want. You know what I'm saying? They are always going to manifest it as well. So there's something here about just acknowledging that the pathway to greatness or the pathway to what you want is the same pathway that many other people took, which was focusing in on what they had and what they could make from what they have, or what it is they desire to have, and only that. Okay. All right. Virgo, that's good. Capricorn, what we got for you? All right, 8 of Cups. Walking away. Okay, you feel like there's nothing more to be gained here. Okay, like the sun is setting on a certain situation, and maybe there's more for you somewhere else. This doesn't feel like it's like you want to go gain more. You want to add more to yourself at this time. I also feel like you could be trying to build up a storehouse or a nest egg. So you're going out collecting and then putting it away into savings. I'm also picking up for Capricorn that this is your body bag and the bodies that you caught. And so this also saying that you could be walking away from that, collecting bodies, making panties drop, whatever you want to say it. But there's definitely something here about people that you're walking away from, or emotional connections, even soul ties that you're cutting and walking away from. He has a staff, so it's like he's been guided away from it as well. Okay. Also, for Capricorn, there is energy here too of side eye. People giving you the side eye about whatever decision you're about to make. It don't matter. People on the sidelines always have the most to say. Okay. Ancestors. Let's see what the ancestors have here about this. Ancestors. What do we have here for Capricorn? Ace of Swords. Yeah, you've had some type of epiphany. You've had some type of activation. Okay. King of Swords. Yeah, about foolery in your own life, about your own self. It feels like it's very personal. Okay. So there's definitely some realization or some illumination that's taking place, and it's guiding you somewhere else. Okay. I also feel too that this could be tied to some type of like learning something. You learned something, or you went ahead and looked into something that had been on, like, following you for some time, and this gave you the answer that you needed to move away. I'm hearing that you could be looking to explore your lineage. You feel like exploring your lineage will give you more direction right now. And that may be so, Capricorn. I like that energy. Let's see what the Ascended Masters have for you, though, Capricorn. Ascended Masters, what do you have for Capricorn? Okay, past lives. Yeah, see, remember I said your lineage or your bloodline, something like that. Sorry, I dropped a card. You're exploring it. And then, okay, we have Master down here. This is the last card of the major arcana in this deck. So that means to tell me that you're going on a journey of self-exploration. You've been awakened, and now you're focusing in your energy and your effort to building up yourself. So this thing that you might have looked into could have been like astrology. It could have been even just like, it could have been anything, but it's tied to mastering yourself. You could have did a personality profile like Myers-Briggs or human design. You could have done something like that that had brought some understanding to you about where you are, who you've been in this life, why you've had the certain connections that you've had, why you behaved the way you behaved. Okay, there's a lot of understanding that's coming to you right now. From your ancestors and from your guides, and from here, from the Ascended Masters, they're actually showing you the repeated pattern. They're bringing your focus in so that you can go ahead and cut this out. But definitely going on a journey of self-mastery, Capricorn. Definitely going on a journey of self-mastery. Okay, so I'm going to say it as the occult, but it definitely feels like you're looking into deeper mysteries when it comes to yourself, even your personal beliefs, why behavior. You're trying to figure out the validity of something. Yeah, you started off looking to find the validity of something, and what you found was a lot of personal truth. And so there you go. But definitely an energy of being guided to owning a lot of other parts of yourself, moving into self-mastery. I also feel too, if there was any manipulation that you experienced recently or some time ago, you've become aware of, because I heard master manipulator. So whether it was your own behaviors or you were manipulated, that's coming to your awareness. Yep. So fool's journey, you got the leap of faith card here. You're starting your fool's journey, from the fool to the world card or to the master. So we have beginning and end, and on the time it was just 2222. So that tells me that's definitely you're stepping into your divine path. You're stepping into the vortex of conscious awareness. Okay, walking a path of conscious awareness. Because Metatron comes up. It's almost like he wants to show you the matrix. He wants to show you patterns. He wants to show you the structure of which your life and your existence is built upon now. And then, of course, bringing in those past life elements that help to reform you. Okay, to reform you, defragment you. So reform you. Okay. Okay, yeah, so the angels are definitely here talking about you will find more fulfillment. You will find fulfillment on this path because it's going to be more empowering than whatever it is that you're currently doing. Whatever you're currently doing, I feel like it causes you shame after you do it, or it's something tied to that, to where you're not fully satisfied by it because there's some feeling or remorse or something like that you have. And if this is tied to sexuality or your personal, like intimate relationships with people, there is a sense of disappointment in yourself when these relationships don't work out. Okay, so there's something very important about that energy here for you. Now, our galactic allies just popping out for us. So confusion, yeah, Andromeda. So yeah, see, this is definitely saying that you're clearing up some misunderstandings about something that you didn't have a lot of knowledge on. And because you are gaining little pieces of knowledge and understanding, this confusion is leaving you. So Andromeda talks about more like being the forerunner in creativity, being visionary. Okay, so that's a lot of Andromeda, a lot of artistry and things like that. So that would mean that something that you saw as abstract or lacking true meaning, you're now beginning to realize it. Mm-hmm. What was that? I feel like I'm being pulled by 3 different females. Yeah, you need to pull away from all 3 of them so that you can deal with it. so that you can make a proper decision. And Capricorn, if that's your energy too, then that's the answer for you as well. Let's see if there's any karmic energy here, ill effects, maleficent energy here that is causing any issue for you, or that just needs to be seen by you. Okay, we got 2 cards here. We got Leo. First thing I'm hearing is ego, big ego. Okay, so Leo is also like masculine energy. That would be like I can't even say it, but like it's like royalty, honor, you know, very leading energy. Okay, so hypersexuality is also a quality of the Leo when it's in a karmic energy. So if indeed sexuality is confusing you, then you need to abstain from sex. Okay, so then water therapy is here, and I don't know why, but with Leo and water therapy together, I'm hearing semen retention. You need to retain your semen. That's a spiritual practice for masculines, okay, that can help them to use their energy in the proper way. Sexuality is not confusing. What it is okay, and this I'm going to answer this because I do feel like it's in alignment with Capricorn's energy here. So I'm going to share this. Your sexuality is not confusing. What it is that you're battling the polarities. You're attempting to keep yourself in one lane or the other. Okay, so in order for you to find peace in that, you have to find the truth within you, whatever that is for you. Okay, so now I don't try to jump to that for everybody, but sometimes that like confusion about actual sexual orientation comes from the repression of a certain feeling or thought. Okay, so that's that. Sexuality could also, problems with sexuality could also be tied to religious shame that you still need to work on. Okay, religious shame and things like that. So also with sexuality, I don't feel like there's a lot of honesty when it comes to your sexual urges, needs, desires, fetishes, kinks, whatever. And that's why it's not fulfilling. If you were able to express that very, very clearly and confidently, you might find more fulfillment in that area. Okay. Or, you know, you wouldn't feel over sexualized because you're continuing to try to have sex to answer this question for you. I don't know, you know, like if a man is really gay and then they like just keep having sex with women because, you know, the thought of them being gay is kind of like nullified a little bit when they are with a woman. Okay, so if you have intellectual property out, if you not intellectual property, but if you have videos, pictures, things like that out there, all you have to do is pull your energy back from the item. Pull your energy back from the item that this person has. It's kind of harder when it's a video, but you can do it. Okay. I don't 100% know a method. I guess you could do like a freezer spell or something like that, where you put that person's name and specifically like if they ever try to use this video or this photo, then like block it or freeze their actions. Don't let them access my energy. So there's definitely just pray specifically. If you already know what's if you already know what's happening, that they're conjuring or siphoning your energy sexually, then you can deal with it. Okay. I would also give a recommendation. There's a priestess on YouTube. She's the professional high priestess. She does a lot of work for people who are under spiritual attack and who have like succubus energy that is attached to them, or incubus, whatever your vibe is. There's definitely some sensual vampirism there, but she can help with that. She does spiritual work for that, and she just teaches on that topic, so you can gain a lot of knowledge. This is actually her deck that I'm working with right here. So I believe in what she teaches 100%. Okay, yeah, you can do this. You can do this. Yeah, if you have someone playing with your energy via spell work or anything like that, then you can get help with that if you need help. The professional high priestess, Daisy something. I can't remember her name. Yeah, well, you have to take back power. Okay, so Capricorn, I'm sorry that your reading was that. I feel like you needed all of that, Capricorn. So move with it. I'm going to move on to the fire signs. I'm going to start with Aries. I just heard cat out the bag, cat out the bag. Yeah, okay, so keeping you from true love, okay? Remember, anything that's true can be kept from you. That's all I'm going to say. All right, so let's move on to fire signs. Fire signs, what messages do we have for the fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What messages do we have for them? What is the situation that they're most needing to look at right now? And what guidance do we have from the support team? Aries, 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 Aries. Oh my gosh. 5 of Wands. What is this? Motives. Okay. So also, what is it? Conflicting agendas. People don't have the same goals or the same mindsets. Also, people just disagree. Yeah, people just disagree. I'm hearing just to disagree. I'm not sure what that would be about. But with the 5 of Wands, it does tell me that there's actions that are being taken that are in conflict with either the group around you or your true goals in a situation. Okay, so kind of, I don't mean to go back to this, but kind of like in the Capricorn reading, it was talking about hypersexuality. So this is saying that you would be having this battle and you would be throwing your wand around, maybe like having sex with multiple people, even though it conflicts with the true goal, which is to connect with true love, right? So there is definitely some conflict here. Also, that energy of tugging on the sexual energy is here. So you could be feeling conflicted, Aries, just a little conflicted, or that things in your immediate environment could seem like they're overly conflictual or overly difficult when they don't need to be difficult. I think that you see this. It does not bothering. It's not like it's burdening you, but you're acknowledging it, and the way that you are seeing it is very elevated from what you would have seen before. Because I feel like before you would have walked away. You would have walked away. Yep. In defense, like defended yourself and just kind of like walked away. Well, you would have defended yourself by walking away. Now it's like you're going to stay in the thick of it so that you can help. It's like you're going to stay in the thick of it so that you can manage it, because maybe you are the manager. Maybe you are now in the role where you can't walk away from it and you have to decide what's going to happen. Because there's a lot of ideas here. There's a lot of creative potential. There's a lot of growth that can happen from this point forward. But if you're in the management role or the boss role, Aries, that's your spot. Aries, I got an Aries North Node. That means in my life purpose is to lead. So there's definitely somewhere where in a group of people, too many people are trying to lead. Too many people are trying to lead, or no defined leader has been named. And that is a definite need in this situation. Okay. Let's start with the angels and see what they have for Aries. Angels, what do you have for Aries? Angel, it doesn't feel wholly negative is what I'll say. It just feels like it's giving everybody in the situation to figure out if what they have to offer really fits in this situation. Also, your own emotions or your guarding of your emotions could cause a conflict here. So emotional outbursts and things like that would conflict with your business goals. So you want to make sure that you keep keep a proper line there when it comes to how you would express yourself here and how you would express yourself there. I'm not talking about being inauthentic or whatever, but it's saying that there's a certain sense of tact that you want to use in this situation. And you have it because you've learned you've learned it. The temperance card is at the bottom saying that you've already learned this lesson. And so you are equipped to handle whatever this misalignment or disagreement, conflicting energy, you're equipped to handle it now. Whereas before, when you saw this type of situation, you wouldn't have been. So it's definitely an energy of being very confident. I'm also hearing too an energy there could be somebody. It's like I'm feeling like you remaining quiet or you holding back your input on a certain thing and seeing how something plays out. Yeah, because we have the 5 of Cups here. So you have the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Cups. So there's something here where there is a fight. And there is some sense of kind of like, I would say even woe is me. But I feel like in this new energy, you are saying, okay, well, that's going on. And while that's going on and they figure that out, I'm just going to keep taking steps forward. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to keep taking steps forward, or I'm going to kind of keep this fresh perspective so that I don't shut out anybody's perspectives or ideas. I'm hearing also ghost from the past. So I'm not sure if that means that there is something that you're holding on to from the past that is conflicting with your future. I just heard kill that beast. So it's like, whatever that is for you, kill that beast. Okay. Let's see what the Ascended Masters want to say. Yeah, intensity, but it's in reverse. So this would tell me that whatever the focus, there's distraction. Whatever this battle, conflict, whatever this is, it's to take away the focus or to okay, hold on, wait. Also feel like too, someone is trying to combat you as a leader, or is speaking to you about your leadership, like how your philosophy or how you handle people. Make sure that if someone is coming to you with something that is constructive, that you treat it that way, that you treat it that way. If it's constructive and you know it's constructive, please try not to be, mean or hateful or dismissive to whoever or whatever it may be showing you this truth. Yeah, seeds of polarity. Yeah, that's another 5. So there's definitely, whatever this is, it's that you're experiencing right now, it's to bring awareness to this quality in you so that you can be more flexible, okay? So that you can be more flexible. I'm hearing that it's only going to happen 1 or 2 times. And if you don't pick up on the fact that it's you, then whatever this project is or whatever this goal is has the potential to fail if you don't take what's been given to you in and apply it. Okay. I guess I say apply it, make the changes, or begin to make the changes that need to be made. I'm really picking up on somebody who needs to soften their energy. That's what I'm picking up on in this situation. Someone who may need to soften their approach or something like that. And I'm also feeling too, if it says seeds of polarity, so it can be one or the other. If you are too soft, then you need to really own your leadership ability, Aries. Okay, so now we're going to look at any potential karmic, any potential karmic energies here. So, okay, so trying to combine romance and money is not going to be a good idea for you right now. Trying to combine romance and money is not a good idea for you, mostly because your emotions are too vulnerable when it comes to romance, that when you tie business in there, you can easily blur the lines and kind of interfere with your relationships, your professional relationships that you're trying to build. All right. So you have the South Node and the 2nd house. So for me, this talks about karmic aspects relating to your money making. I did say that if you are a manager of some type of business, or you're the leader in some type of endeavor, then this is talking about your place, how it's supposed to create more income. Okay. Your Achilles heel is the South Node. So remember, we're talking about your delivery or something like that. That could be your Achilles heel to this. Karmic energy is the South Node. Things you need to overcome in order to step into your life purpose or your life mission, which is your North Node. Okay. So in order to see this, you're going to have to heal relationships with your finances and your home life. Okay. I also feel like your throat, thyroid, not feel like, but the message here is your throat, thyroid, and lymphatic system is also something that could need your attention. Okay. Either way, there is something here about you and your position when it comes to conflict. Okay. When it comes to conflict, your position in it is a big issue here. It's a karmic debt. You have to be more of a peacemaker or a resolution finder in this situation. It's a karmic lesson for you. You have to be a peace finder or source of solution. Okay. I'm also picking up on too on energy of the difference between kind of like approaching something on your own and then with a group. So there's something to that as well. Is it easier for you to make money when you do things on your own, or do you find that you find more success when you work with a group? I feel like that's a message here for someone. Okay, so for Aries, let's get them a message from the universe. Too many. What message do you have for from the universe for Aries? Oh, I love the card here. I can just hear those waterfalls even right now. Have you wondered if when you just close your eyes, take a few minutes and redirect your thinking, the monsters might shrink, the grins might grow, and the floodgates might begin trembling again? Try it, except when driving, the universe. So this definitely says that what we were talking about, if your thoughts specifically are not in alignment with your actions, or your actions are not in alignment with your goals, then this is talking about getting them back into alignment. Getting them back into alignment so that you can see a positive shift. All right, Leo. What do we have for Leo? I should just go off the top. Let me get 2 more shuffles and we'll just go off the top. All right, Leo. Not sure what you're coming through, but it seemed kind of heavy. All right, let's see. Leo. Okay, King of Wands. Passion, focusing, being driven. I feel like being driven by passions right now for Leo, and the Hierophant. Okay, so something about something being finalized for you is giving you a new boost of adrenaline, or it's allowing you to redirect your focus. Okay, so you could have been kind of like overcome by some type of failure or some type of ideal that you feel like you didn't live up to. And so there's definitely a shift in your focus or a drive to heal that specific part. With the King of Wands, though, I also feel like there's definitely some passion or sexual energy here. So this is also saying something that if you have been overly focused on intimacy or sex, then your attention is going somewhere else. Also, again, it can play both ways, but if you've been lacking or feeling something that wasn't, like, if you haven't been feeling anything in that way, your sacral chakra has been a little underactive, then this is saying that you're finding a boost in that area, a boost when it comes to that. Also, Leo. This is saying that you're becoming more prominent, okay, in a sense, more prominent. I heard something that you have set into action is now beginning to bud. Or, well, it's budding, but I guess it's growing at a rampant rate. I'm also hearing that there's some grounded energy. So maybe you have some resources that have come through for you. I'm hearing like PPP loan or something cool that helps you to streamline something for you, or helps to get you everything you need for this business. Help it really flourish. What do the ancestors want to tell Leo when it comes to this situation? 3 of Wands. Yeah, you're focused on the possibilities that are in the future rather than focusing on the possibilities for failure. Okay, so I also feel like too, you could have identified some fears or some hyenas, right? You could have identified some ill forces in your environment that were keeping you from true potential. With the 3 of Wands, I feel like that always talks about kind of like the possibilities or something coming that you've been expecting. And in this specific one, it talks about having something that you value or that you're trying to build, having it taken away or having it stolen, or something like that, being deceived in a way. Then you have the 2 of Cups popping out there and the High Priestess. Yeah, so there's definitely something about foresight. You have the attention that you need. the direction that you need, and something comes through as far as foresight about potential dangers and pitfalls that is helping you. So, okay, so there's definitely still another transmutation energy. So some fear that you had has now become insight about the future, about potential pitfalls, okay? Leo, these could 100% be tied to your own ego or your own inner, just like inner turmoil, okay? Regarding a certain situation. Angels, what do you want to tell? All right, so we got the Three of Ariel. What is the Three of Ariel in this deck? I feel like it's the Three of Pentacles or something. I'm not sure. Either way, though, it is talking to me about pursuing something that you love or have deep interest in, Leo. This could definitely be a romantic partner. It's saying, because it's telling me that you need to follow your heart or follow your inspiration. Follow your inspiration. Collaboration too. Collaboration. I don't know what that's about. Maybe your fear of collaborating is tied to having your ideas stolen or something not being a good fit and then not working out for you. Okay, let's see what the Ascended Masters have to say. To Leo regarding this King of Wands. Salamander, I'm hearing creativity. Definitely an energy about you putting more of yourself into something, putting more, like, even like I'm seeing, like, if you never show your face on your profile or in your business, now you're doing an owner intro or owner bio or something like that. It's saying that there's something about your own individual self being injected into something and increasing the potential for success. Yeah. Okay, so I'm hearing big that if it's yours, then nobody can tell that it's yours. Okay, nobody can tell that it belongs to you because of how many other people are a part of it. Okay, so it's saying that something about you needing to establish yourself as the owner, as the leader, doing an intro bio. It's like, who are you? What are you about? Why are you here? Because this is going to distinguish you from the rest of the group in the way that it should. It's going to identify you as the face or as the leader. Okay, all right, as the origin of this idea, which will in turn ease your fears about it being stolen. Okay. All right. So let's see what the galactic ancestors or the galactic allies have for us here. Long-term goals. See, you focused. You're focused. So focused. You feel like that you've been distracted in the past by trying to help other people or by just focusing on other people in general. Comparing yourself, maybe things like that. And what this is saying to me, though, is that that's where your focus is on now, long-term goals. And you could be picking up some goals that you put down in the past, some endeavor, some aspect, some idea. You could be revisiting certain hobbies and things like that used to bring you joy. All right. I also feel a big energy of working with your hands, creating simple items with your hands. You know, this could be clay pot, a simple clay pot. This could be, I don't know, braiding a yarn bracelet, something very simple, it seems like. All right, so let's see if there's any karmic energies that need to be highlighted. Dang, that just blew out like crazy. And it's the sacral chakra. And we already said if the sacral energies was on the low, then they on the rise now. Okay, so if you having problems with infertility or with erectile dysfunction or anything like that, that's healing or being healed. Also feel like any attachments to your sacral energy are in your attention, that you paying attention to them and you healing them. But the sacral chakra is also the seat of creativity. This goes back to the question about the sacral energy, sexual energy being harvested. People can use your sacral energy or your sexual energy to boost their own creativity. Okay, this is where your ideas come from. Okay, your creative expression comes from this place. All right. All right, Leo too. I feel like because there is all this sexual energy is here. I don't really need to speak on it no more, honestly. The expression of this energy. Okay, so I'm hearing that if you abstain from sex, just like whoever that was a while ago, abstaining from sex or using your sexual energy yourself to create more energy in your projects or to build inspiration. Okay. Yep, because then we have Scorpio down there. Come on now. Y'all better learn sex magic if y'all want y'all's energy to be used for you instead of to boost somebody else's agenda. Y'all better learn how to harvest that for yourself. All right, so here is your message to close from the universe. $1 million is a lot, only when you don't have it. With $10 million, 1 million can practically be overlooked and is therefore much less intimidating. Pretend you have 10 million. To the bank you go, the universe. So yeah, okay, so this is definitely talking about any feelings of lack, any it's like when you think about having $1 million. I remember one time when I thought about winning $1 million and I wrote it out what I would do with it, like to the very last penny, right? And there's something kind of distorted to that concept to where like you have $1 million, you don't even have it yet, but you already have planned out how you can spend it all. So I feel like that's also a message here about this, you know. Also too, with this energy, I'm just going to say this before we close, is that this sacral energy can show up like like as a disconnect. Like you can't hear your true guides or even like messages that you think are for you, like they're not really for you. It's like you have a misunderstanding or some type of miscommunication happening with your intuition because of some type of imbalance when it comes to your sacral chakra. Remember, all of those energies interact with each other to create a sense of balance in our being. All right. They're not just standalone energy centers. They all interact with one another. Who else? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Let's go, Sagittarius. I think I'm doing pretty good. Is this 6 already that I got through? Yeah, 6. All right, Sag, that's you. Ooh, you know what? I looked at the bottom of the deck and it was the 9 of Cups, and I was getting ready to say, "Ooh, somebody's wish is going to be granted." And then the Star card comment came out. So for Sagittarius, you do have a wish being granted. I also feel like there's some healing that you're doing when it comes to like, I'm hearing draining. You know how like if you have an abscess and then you drain the pus out, that's what I'm hearing. I don't know who that applies to, but it's definitely some type of healing, purging of something, getting something out, some type of poison out. Okay, so you could also be healing. Somebody could also be healing from alcoholism or some type of like addiction. Okay, so I'm hearing too that there is something. Okay, you could be healing body image too, but there's something that's being revealed to you about an effect that something has on you, okay? And you have overlooked it for a long time and been dealing with it for a long time, okay? All right, Sagittarius. I also feel like there could be a specific person in your life that you feel like could be a change agent for you. I'm not sure if this person is physically in your life right now or if you're in contact with them, but it's like you have your mind on this person who you feel like, initiated some source of healing or initiated some type of wish fulfillment for you. And you think that this person, you have it in your spirit that this person is a key to your journey. The ancestors say, heck yeah, they are. Okay. Because you have the Four of Swords here saying that there is something that can take you to higher ideals. Okay. Something can connect you to higher ideals, not just spiritually, but I also feel like when it comes to marriage, like you could be seeing this person as somebody you could lead with and help other people with, like have some type of ministry with. Okay. Yeah, this person could have advised you a certain way. They could have given you certain advice, or their energy was just what you needed. It was healing, it was comforting. But in some way you were advised by this person and it was the catalyst for your healing. They might have cussed you out and told you don't come back until you stop drinking or something like that, right? Oh, you got the star twice. The angels came through to let you know, yes, yes, yes. The end of this situation is here, okay? The Eight of Gabriel here also says that this is whatever this is moving fast. This wish is coming fast. It's moving in really quickly for you. I also feel like, too, if you had been struggling with addiction before, all of a sudden, it seems a whole lot easier. It seems like, something is here supporting you. Like you honestly feel like you're not two people no more, that you one person. And that's because whatever entity was created by your addiction is now being released. Okay. It's now being released. Also, something about your connection with the spirit world, your connection with angels, or your connection with astrology or higher truths. I'm also picking up on like connection with the what's it? Masons. I'm not sure why that picked up, but the Masons. There's something tied to that, masonry or some type of secret society or something like that. You could have, this is deep, but you could be in a situation where you feel like obligation or you feel stuck, kind of like a gang. This feels really strange, but you finally found a solution, or you're coming up on a solution on how to get out or how to evade a situation, how to find refuge. Where are you going to find refuge? Okay, with the Hierophant here, that's a very interesting energy. Okay, but also too, the star card is always two pictures pouring into two different areas. So honestly, this also feels like, am I going to keep like pouring into this? Let me show you. So there's a whole pond here that this person's pouring into, and then there's just land. Like, am I pouring it out on the land? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm also here pouring it out to the homies. So this is saying that there's a divide that you've been in. Your true healing was tied to you separating from the homies. From some group dynamic. So that makes sense when it comes up like the Masons or some type of secret society or some type of private commitment that you have. And you're finally maybe finding a solution on how to get out of it or how to move away from it. Well, okay. Because there's something that you were a part of, I feel like Sagittarius, that it definitely lowered your vibration. I'm not going to say could have. It lowered your vibration. And you thought that this was going to take you somewhere. It was going to place you in a higher place. And what it did was it tied you into certain activities and things like that lowered your vibration. What do the Ascended Masters have to say? Comparison. Yeah. But here I do feel like there's a sense of seeing the stark difference, like the difference between power and control, or the difference between weakness and humility. So there's something here about like seeing that. Okay. I'm also seeing that you're seeing that there's strength in individuality, or there's strength in you being a soul entity or a soul practitioner, where apparently in the past you've drawn your sense of power or sense of I don't know, strength. You know how people are with like fraternities, sororities, these private organizations. It's like a badge of honor. I'm not speaking lightly of it, but I'm just saying, how people are with it. It's like something that they've added to themselves, their sense of self-worth almost. And that's what I'm picking up here with whatever this group is or this commitment. You've tied it to your sense of self. Okay. Now let's move on here. Okay. I'm also picking up on an energy where you, Sagittarius, could have connected to the root of something, like whatever this commitment was, you studied it, and now you know the root of that thing is not really in alignment with you. Okay. So conservative attachments is here. I ain't got to clarify. That's what this is talking about. It's talking about the things that you wouldn't let go of in order to dive into this larger pond. It said you had these smaller attachments that I would say that they're not necessarily negative, other than the fact that they keep you stagnant. And then you have abandonment here. So there's definitely a sense of where you're already accepted, where you're already where people already see your value, where you already feel powerful. It's kind of like someone being in their hometown their whole life, and it's like, man, this is where my homies is, this is where this is, this is where that is. I know everything. I know where to get this at. I know, like, it's like I know everything and everybody knows me. And it's a fear of going into an environment where you're starting from scratch. You know what I'm saying? You're a stranger, and now you have to kind of like see how you do when people don't already know you. You know what I'm saying? And so there's something there about that. Let's see if there's any karmic energy that you should be aware of or that's continuing to hinder you. Let's see. One. Okay. So Jupiter. Yeah. Okay. So definitely secretive energy here. I'm just going to say there's definitely secret energy here. And I also feel like too, Jupiter, you could have, like I said, you could have been in alignment with something that wasn't truly yours, you know. So like when we talk about masonry, there's this, I don't know a lot, so I'm not gonna pretend to, but there's a energy of, I remember one time I looked up like Order of the Northern Star or something, one of those clubs or organizations. I looked it up and I couldn't find any that had black people. Like they were all like, not that this is a thing, but I'm just saying, because all I learned about masonry when I was growing up, I only saw black men. I saw black men as a part of it. And when I became an adult and started looking for these organizations, there was no melanated people in these organizations. At least the leaders, the higher ups weren't. You know what I'm saying? So maybe there's something about that, okay? Because this says that there's something of higher power that you are truly connected to. Something of higher power that you are truly connected to. Yeah. Okay, so definitely with Jupiter here, there is some freedom and expansion that's coming to you. And it's because you've let go of these things, whatever this source of power or prominence that you were holding on to, you're letting go of that. And what it's doing is opening up a channel to something that is truly in alignment with you. Now, that could be meaning that, again, like if you were in one of those groups or systems, you're going to find a group or system that you can belong to that is in alignment with you. That's part of your ancestry or something like that. I hope I'm making sense. Yeah, because this is tied to intuitive ability and spirit guides and things like that. That's what this is tied to. All right, so the message from the universe for Sagittarius. Message from the universe for Sagittarius. Oh my gosh, such a great message. So much more awaits you. There'll come a day when you look back at where you've been, where you are now, and you'll call these your warm-up years. More love, more fun, more friends, more laughter, more thoughts, more things, more, lots, more. You're so cute, the universe. All right. I love that. I love that message because, you know, it does tell me that whatever you're afraid to let go of, you're getting reassurance that there's so much more beautiful, bountiful things that are actually going to be gifted to you when you let this go. Okay. I also too feel like they're saying you're so cute, which is really a flex when it comes to a Sagittarius because they really think everybody wants them. But anyway, okay, so moving on. Who are we gonna go to next? Air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Okay. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Let's get 2 shuffles here. What we got for Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. 7 of Swords at the bottom for the air signs. Strategy, possibly deceit, collecting information. So for Libra, you got the Ace of Pentacles. I like it. This is a kind of like an opportunity out of nowhere. This is something I qualify for, or getting something that you never knew you would qualify for, a door opening that you didn't even know existed, maybe even a resource, unknown resources, unexpected resources. Either way, they come as you're getting ready to walk through a door. So you already made up your mind to walk through the door, to go down this path, to pursue this thing. And as you're getting ready to walk, as you're actually walking the path and getting ready to walk through the doorway, the resources that you need on the other side are given to you. The resources that you need are given to you as you walk the path, not when you started. As you walk the path, the resources are given to you. Just as you get ready to cross over into the new reality, here you go. All right, so Libra, that makes a lot of sense. I'm also feeling like too, some of your ideas are being grounded in this way. So maybe you've been carrying some ideas around and you decided that you was going to move with one or another, and now an opportunity to actually ground it, actually make it a physical thing, is being presented to you. This could be coming in the way of a loan or some type of financial assistance to progress you. I also heard framework. So somebody might also assist you in creating a framework for what you want to do. What do the angels want to tell Libra about this? Okay. It's just going to pop up. That's the first thing. It's going to pop up while you're progressing, while you're taking steps forward, as you're figuring things out, and kind of like don't take it too lightly, but don't put too much pressure on yourself. Keep a balanced perspective. And as you get there, as you get to that door, the key to the door is put in your hand. That's all they got to say. I also feel like they're asking you not to have so much stress. Okay, because multiple things will be coming at you at one time, but you have the fortitude, you have the strength, you have the ability to do all of these different things, to juggle. Okay, right now, I also feel like right now you're kind of budgeting and kind of be responsible about where things go. This is also an extra push for this offer to come into you, because you're now expressing or exemplifying that you are responsible, or that you're attempting to make healthier choices when it comes to your financial world. I'm also hearing too, ain't no more budgeting. What did she say? I ain't got to check the price, whatever. Cardi, I think she says that in one of her songs about not checking the price. That's also an energy that I'm picking up here. Not just throwing away money, but just having the freedom to where you don't have to be thinking about it. Okay. You don't have to think about it. Okay. You don't have to worry. All right. What do your ancestors want to tell you regarding this? 3 of Swords, okay, miscommunications, okay, so there's definitely energy of whatever attitude you've had up until now. It could have been a little toxic where it was miscommunicating to the universe. So make sure that when you're budgeting, it's not from a place of lack. You're budgeting just to make sure you're responsible steward of the resources that you have. That's what budgeting is. It's that you're being a steward of the resources that you have. It's not about being broke or penny pinching. It's, again, you're setting the intention that you're going to do right by what you have. Okay, so there's definitely an indication where you have miscommunicated to people, to the universe, even about your intention or about fears regarding money. Okay. It's almost like, it's the littlest things is how I feel this is. The littlest things, like when you go to the store, instead of like counting your change and putting it back into your purse, throw it in a change cup. You know what I'm saying? Just those little bitty things make a big difference, okay? Because it says not that I'm dismissive of my money, but that I don't have to penny pinch. I don't have to count out change. Let me throw it to the side and let me focus on what else is coming in, type of thing, okay? All right, so let's check in with the Ascendant Masters, Libra. What do we have for a Libra Ascendant Masters? The Fool. Oh my gosh, taking a risk. It did kind of come up in reverse, or I felt it in reverse. So you might have a reluctance. This is telling you you're already taking the leap. So when the resources come, why would you question it? Trust it. When they come, trust it, because you've already done the work to earn this assistance by taking these steps forward, by trusting your own path and your own journey. And I also feel like too, there's a little bit like you don't want to take the wrong step, or you don't want to take the wrong offer. You want to make sure that everything's right. Just know that you won't ever know, like as you're trying to take the step, that it's the right step. I used to like the imagery that they would give us in church. And they say, you know, a lot of times when you're walking in faith, that means that you're taking steps and trusting that new ground is going to land as your foot lands. New ground is going to appear as your feet land on that air. Okay. So there's talking about when you're truly taking a leap, when you're truly trusting the universe, it's saying that you don't necessarily get physical, tangible proof, but you have to balance, you have to balance that uncertainty with confidence. Like you have to keep it balanced, because there's always going to be a sense of uncertainty in situations. But with that confidence or that faith in your own ideals or your own power, even in your support system, you can keep this thing moving forward instead of getting stuck, which it seems like you might have a tendency to do. All right, Libra, let's see what the galactic. Okay. All right, your galactic allies or guides say that there is a missing link. But I really think that this is poverty mentality or lack mentality, that there's something missing. With this, I could be successful. With this, I could do that. Or when this happens, I can do, or whatever. So this is telling you that your attitude towards money, if you have any vows of poverty, you need to address them. Okay. Address them because you have to pay attention to the way things. Okay, so I'm feeling like there is a very specific situation that you can look at in the past where the missing link was just your faith in the system, or the missing link was just you believing that it was going to work out. Okay, so there is definitely an energy here about protecting yourself from failure, protecting yourself from failure. That's interesting. They say, why? Don't you trust us to do that? Don't you trust us to do that? All right, let's see if there's any karmic energy. Okay, holes in your plans, karmic and the sun. Okay, all right. So, okay, so I'm hearing that enthusiasm leaves you pretty quickly. Enthusiasm can be drained from you when things become a little difficult. Okay, so they're saying to make sure that you don't let, I'm hearing your alter self, well, I guess your ego, don't let your alter self dismay you. Don't let what you see in the physical environment, which was probably like things not moving so quickly, or like not seeing tangible results in this time. Basically, you gaslighting yourself. Let me just say it. It's like you're gaslighting yourself, telling you that something's not possible. All right. And in turn, this is affecting your confidence. Obviously, it's like you're your own narcissist. All right. So yeah. Okay. So the missing link in this situation has always been your faith and your confidence. So I do feel like there's a big solar plexus energy. There's meditations all over the place. Be careful with them. Just make sure that you do your due diligence in connecting with them. But there is a solar plexus. There's solar plexus meditations. And even if you just focus on it yourself, your solar plexus, just go in, focus on the color yellow, or just focus on having better confidence, focus on having higher faith, however that plays out for you and whatever you're comfortable with doing. Okay. But it does feel like there's a lot of positivity trying to move into your life. But I also feel too, with this karmic energy and the Three of Swords, if there's a past disappointment or heartbreak, that is clouding your judgment and causing you to be fearful right now, you should also pray and ask for guidance from the ancestors. They're more than happy, from the ancestors, the angels, your ascended masters, the galactic allies, whoever. Ask for assistance because they can help you with this. All right, let's see what the universe has for you, Libra. Ooh, that's pretty. Reality is not that you are weak and dream of becoming strong, poor and dream of becoming rich, alone and dream of having friends, but that you're already strong, rich, and among friends. Yet at times you dream that you are not. Silly. The universe. So again, there's that message of how things are going to take place for you. This is like, oh, well, I have to be a realist. And if I don't have money and if I don't have a proper plan, and if I this, and that, you can only do what you can do to prepare for what you want to have. Okay. You can only do your part. And then if you can trust that if you keep taking steps, the universe or God is going to keep meeting you, then you will see success. Just stay in that vortex of seeing it, of taking the step, seeing that the universe has met you, even in the smallest way, showing gratitude, and then continuing that process. The more you practice that, the stronger it becomes, the vortex itself. All right, Libra. Gemini. Ooh, okay. I just heard one side is taking the lead. So, Gemini is seen as the twin, or the a choice, or even like a split personality or double personality, two-faced energy. But it says that one side of you is winning. Okay, one side of you has become the victor. Is this the dark or light side of you? Is this the creative side of you? Is this the fearful side of you? Which side has become the victor in your situation, in your current situation? Because I saw two swords and then I saw one sword. So that means that you've picked a sword. You picked what you're going to say, or you've chosen what direction you're going to go in. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. What do the ancestors want to say about Gemini's decision or path that they're deciding to take? Okay. All right now. So then you have the Nine of Swords, the Ace of Swords, clarifying the Nine of Swords. Okay, I'm being given a gas mask. So they're saying that you've decided to step away from toxicity. You've decided to step away from things that cause you stress. Now, these could be your own behaviors. These could be your own behaviors that have caused you stress in the past. And you are now choosing a different route, a different course of action. A different mentality. You're even choosing to use your words differently. I'm picking up on an energy of words being used as weapons in the past. So that could be that you were manipulative in your use of your words, meaning that like, instead of saying, no, I got a girlfriend, you might have said, well, I'm not seeing anybody seriously right now, or I'm not totally committed to anybody right now. So there's something here about just being deceptive through wordplay. And you've chosen to rise above that, apparently, Gemini. Yep, Queen of Pentacles, because it's like you've seen what comes, you've seen the rewards or the fruits of the other choice, and now you're choosing this road. I dig it. I really do. Let's see what the Ascended Masters have for you, Gemini. Going with the flow. Yeah. So that's also the Ace of Cups. So you have two aces. I feel like you've chosen your truth. You've chosen to, whatever you've been reflecting on, you're going with it. You're like, okay, so now that I know this, let's see where it takes me. Okay. I also feel like this is like a risk. Maybe you have to walk away from something that you were trying to commit yourself to, and instead you're choosing the opposite thing, and that could be frowned upon by whoever. And you could also have your own fears about making that choice. But with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords, it's saying that you know that this opportunity or this choice comes with an opportunity for something more fulfilling. Mm-hmm. You've done some reflecting or something, and you realize that whatever you chose last time ended in some type of, or it brought you some type of pain or further confusion or something, and now you're choosing this different path that comes with, I guess, a promise of emotional. It comes with a promise of some type of emotional fulfillment. Okay. I also feel like too, your intuition actually led you this way, even though you were fearful, and you're choosing to go this way, like go with the flow, even though you don't know what it's about to bring. Let's see what the answers, the angels have to say. What do you have for Gemini? Angels, what do you have for Gemini regarding this path that they've chosen to walk down? Two of Gabriel. Yeah, you're making a bold and ambitious choice. You're making a bold, ambitious choice. And it's saying that your intuition is leading you this way through some fear about what progress or what is actually possible in the situation. I also feel like you are definitely connecting with people who are in alignment with this new perspective or this new idea that you have. Like these people share your vision, or it's almost like you're joining the collective. Okay, all right. So you're no longer part of the unconscious community. You're part of the conscious community now. Okay, I see it. We're all one community, but you do have the groups of those who are still attempting to awaken, those who are in the process of awakening, and then those who have awakened or are now on the journey of like integrating and assimilating. Okay. I do feel like this choice that you're making is about joining somebody on a path. Also could be because on the two of Gabriel, there's a female angel in the sky, but there's two men walking together. So for me, this could be that you chose a same-sex relationship as well, or yeah, you just chose something that was more in alignment with who you are and what you are right now. You're going with the flow. Okay. Galactic allies, what do we have for Gemini regarding this choice of this path? Leaving home. See, come on now. You're leaving familiarity. You're leaving what was accepted. You're leaving, awareness, light of awareness. You're just becoming aware of why you kept choosing the same thing that you were choosing, why you were having the behaviors that you were having, the feelings and thoughts that you were having. You're choosing to leave that place energetically and move into a different vibration. Let's go then. All right. So are there any karmic energies still lingering? Candle magic and Saturn. Okay. Okay, when it comes to candle magic, that means that someone could be intentionally doing things to put out your flame, to turn off your light, to steal your energy, to keep you, because Saturn also talks about like discipline, organization, organizing yourself for the future and things like that. I do feel like too, Saturn is saying that there is some type of some type of karma tied to your own sexuality, because I brought that up a while ago. But this is not just who you have sex with, but how you treat your sexuality, how you treat it. So there's definitely an energy there that probably still needs to be healed. Okay. But that's okay. As you choose this new path, you're also choosing healing in that area. Okay, so universe, what do you want to tell Gemini? Ever wonder why some of those who achieve incredible success, amass fortunes, and enjoy sizzling relationships seem so unlikely? It's because intelligence, looks, even creativity come in a distant second place to believing. Achievers achieve because they believed that they could and followed up with consistent baby steps. And so the heavens and the earth were moved. I believe in you. So this is definitely another one of those things that say when you take a step, when you step into the water, then the currents will take you where you need to go. Just completely trust it. Completely trust in the guidance that you are being given. This is saying that those small steps that you're taking to build who was that? I don't even remember what sign that was. I ain't even gonna try to remember, but it's talking about those little small steps that you take to heal. By walking away from someone that you're addicted to sexually or intimately, then you allow yourself healing. That's it. By making a single choice, you allow healing to take place. It's kind of like when when I went to do Reiki training, and I think it was like my master training. And it was the first time that the teacher went into explaining. She was like, no, the moment that you made the commitment by like paying for the course, then the energy was already started to exchange because you consciously decided and then you made an investment in it. So then the energy started to work in you. And she was right, because even before I went to the class, I started to have certain things that I didn't understand happening, like energetic shifts and things taking place immediately before the course. So it made sense to me, and it felt so true what she was saying. All right, moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius, what do we have for you? The Wheel of Fortune. The tables are turning, okay? So now you have to be honest with yourself about where you stand on this scale, okay? Where you stand on this wheel. If you've been on the bottom, then you rising to the top. If you've been on the top and you've been playing too much, then you about to go to the bottom. And that's okay. Just know that this is the place where you are, the process that you're in. And just like you got to the top before and to the bottom, you can get back up or back down. So there's definitely something here about, one, you're gonna have to be honest with yourself about where you are, okay? Where you stand. Your own authenticity, your own truth is gonna be the key to how you get through whatever it is that you're being faced right now. It's a lot of changes. It's a big change. It's definitely like a change in dynamic here for sure. You may have a change in position. Maybe certain authorities are given to you or taken away. Certain access is taken or given, whatever. But there's definitely something about where you began or where you currently are. You're going to be in the polar opposite. Or you're going to go through a cycle really quickly or really expeditiously. You're going to go through a cycle really quickly, okay? Now, Aquarius, this is actually there's representation of you here. I think when it comes to learning new things that can grow you and that can take you where you need to go. If you've ever been a person to skip over information just to get to where you're trying to get to, like you like a skimmer and you just looking for the answer so that you can answer the question, then this is saying that that's changing. You're not going to be able to get by like that anymore. You have to commit yourself to the things that are going to progress you and that are going to keep you, I guess, on your toes, keep you in the forefront, keep you in position. It's like a preacher. A good preacher can't just keep coming out with the same 12 sermons. That preacher has to be studying those same book of verses over and over again in order to transform the message and to build new riveting deliveries for it so that it can be received properly by people who need to receive it. But if you're someone who avoids the work, then it's been successful up until now that you didn't have to really do the work, now it's going to change. And you're going to have to put your effort into things. I also feel like too, I'm hearing that saying again, don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Okay. So again, if you've been someone who tends to cheat yourself out of the true knowledge by just taking the certification or just taking the name or the logo or whatever, then now that's changing. You're not going to be able to get away with that anymore. I say get away with it, but it's not like you were always, it doesn't mean that you had to be being deceptive, but it's saying that you just kind of like was getting away with it. You know what I'm saying? All right. So what do the ancestors have for Aquarius here? 6 of Swords, 6 of Wands. Yep. All right. So this definitely feels like you're moving into calmer waters here. There's a sense of celebration that is happening. I also feel like, though, you have to address this behavior, though, in order for it to be success. You see how blocked you get when you reach the end of your knowledge of wisdom on something, even though there's still so much further to go. You see how you get blocked by that every time. And so you're being asked to stop it, because the certification, the piece of paper can only take you so far before now you're having to search for more information. Like this is like a doctor